Hello there and welcome to another Bobeats video, and today we have something that I am actually very excited about. Got something new here from Native Instruments and something that I really hope lives up to my high expectations. So without further ado, let's unbox it and then we'll test it, make some music with it, and yeah, you'll get some actual Bobeats in this episode, I think. And I found the knife for once. Usually I just kind of grab a scissor. And if the title and thumbnail didn't give it away, this is the new updated Komplete Kontrol MIDI keyboard. Like, saying MIDI keyboard doesn't do it really justice. And I think that one of the new standout features on this keyboard in particular is the new polyphonic aftertouch. There's probably a lot more. We'll dive into that later. We got the USB cable, USB-C this time. Oh wow, check this one out. I mean, look at this thing. We've got the big new screen, the jog wheel here, and these encoders are, if I'm not mistaken, all of them are metal. Feels very nice to the touch. Buttons feel quite similar, I'd say. The pitch and mod wheel are definitely improved in quality. The keyboard, just from the feel of it, feels improved. This is exciting. This is gonna be fun to test out. And let's quickly check the back of the unit. We got power, we got USB, we have USB power, sustain expression, we have assignable inputs here, and we have MIDI in and out. I guess we should just fire it up and make some music with it. So I just fired up the new Komplete Kontrol keyboard and we're gonna take a little look at it, take a look at its gorgeous menu system here on the new screen. It actually looks a lot better than I had anticipated. It's more high resolution. It feels more, I don't know, vibrant than the older displays. If you don't know, the older keyboard had two displays instead of this one big one. And we are in the Komplete Kontrol software, which is basically your kind of hub software. If you used a control keyboard before, you know it. Of course, it's getting updated for the new keyboards. One thing to keep in mind though is, of course, that all the software is still being kind of developed. This is very early on in its cycle, so some things won't work and some things I can't show you, like certain DAW integrations are just not totally finished yet. But we're gonna take a look here at the beautiful screen. So, I mean, this is the main selling point, that you have this beautiful screen here. You can just take a look here. We can select, for example, Native Instruments here, the brand. So you can select the brand. We've got Arturia, Nami Audio, Native Instruments, Outputs, Slade and Ash. So we can go to Native Instruments. I think Hybrid Keys is a good one to show you. I love that we get a little preview. Of course, this is nothing new, but yeah, we can take Aged Marimba, for example. And now we just press plugin over here, and we have this beautiful interface with direct control over some of the sound parameters. We can just turn down the filter, add attack, bit reduce, add more reverb. And I think that this is what makes Komplete Kontrol very different from pretty much any other keyboard out there. It's the integration with not only the Native Instruments software, but also with software from other developers. We can just go back to browse. We can select another piece of software here, for example. Let's see if we can find something cool. We can go for Lo-Fi Glow here. We can just tweak the sound until we're happy. And the thing that I've always loved is the quick movement between different presets here. And another thing that sets the Komplete Kontrol keyboards apart, I think, is also the sorting. So it's very easy to find a preset to your liking. So if we go to Analog Dreams here, for example, we also have different banks that we can choose from. So we can do Analog Dreams 2.0, and we can do different types, bass, sound effects, synth lead, different categories of sounds. So we can just select something. So far from just testing it out a bit, what I feel is the obvious improvements is the screen here. It's beautiful. The new encoders are very, very nice. They are metallic, feels really nice. The big jog wheel is nice. Some better lighting overall on the keyboard. The buttons feel a little bit better. I also think that they have some sort of like dust resistant coating or something going on, because while I've already managed to get some dust on it, it doesn't seem as bad as on the previous versions. Also, there is the polyphonic aftertouch. So if you don't know what polyphonic aftertouch is, it's basically that when you press down a key on a regular keyboard with aftertouch, it means that you can control one parameter or multiple parameters, but it's controlled basically for all the keys you're pressing down simultaneously. So the effect of aftertouch is applied to all keys that are being pressed. So you don't have individual articulation, but with polyphonic aftertouch, as the name suggests, you have articulation of aftertouch per note pressed. So let me see if I can show you what this is. So one plugin that has been updated for the new NKS standard, NKS 2 I think it's called, is Diva. And I just downloaded the latest version here, and it actually utilizes the polyphonic aftertouch here. So as you can hear, we get the vibrato while we're pressing down a key, but we don't get the vibrato on the chord unless we press down those keys. So that is polyphonic aftertouch. So it's not the sexiest example, but it goes to show that it works and feels pretty nice. Next up, I'm gonna fire up Cubase and see how the Control keyboard responds to that. I know that the software and the integrations is still something that they're working on, but I think some things will work. So in Cubase, you can see that we're moving around here using the jog wheel, and we can also move between different tracks. You can see here on the screen, I'm moving between different tracks, and these tracks here are instrument tracks that have a plugin loaded on them. And since all of the tracks are running a plugin that works with the keyboard, I can just press the plugin button here and I get the interface. And I can just go back here, can move out, press plugin again. We've got Omnia, and then we got this here. And yeah, we can start here and have a listen to what I've recorded so far. So as a Cubase user, what I find promising here is that we can actually see the tracks. So we can change the level of the individual tracks. I can also change which one is selected very easily. Move between them. And when I play the track, you can actually see the levels. You can also change the levels. And we can mute them. And it's very quick to change a preset. Just hit browse here again, and we can go back and we can change the preset. This is running the Komplete Kontrol software, so I'm not entirely sure exactly how well integrated NKS plugins will be, like if they will show up by default like this, or if you need to run them in Contact, or if you need to run them in the Komplete Kontrol software. I guess, time will tell how well integrated it will be with Cubase. I mean, the level of integration that is possible depends a lot on what DAW we're talking about, and I'm sure other YouTubers will show other DAW integrations. If we're back here in DAW mode, we can also turn on and off loop. We can turn on and off the metronome. We can also enable automation, so that enables the write functionality inside of Cubase. We can also quantize. Not entirely sure if undo works. Let me just see here. Oh yeah, it works. So okay, we can hold shift to solo. That's nice. You can also change the panning of the tracks. And if I want to record, I just move the playhead here, turn on metronome, press record. And if I want to, I can just undo it, and we can go back here, hit record again. something like that. I do believe I can just hit quantize, yeah, to quantize it. So I've been using the Komplete Kontrol keyboard now for just a couple of days, and this is really my kind of raw first impressions of it. But before I give you kind of my conclusion, my summary of my thoughts about it, I just want to show you a little beat making session that I had with it. So I usually just start by trying to find a preset that I like. I'm gonna see if I can find a bass, something for output maybe. So we can go here, we can go type, we can go bass. Let's see if abrasive pluck can work. Something like that. I think we can press quantize. We can check on the computer so it looks nice. And now, from the keyboard, since we are in the Komplete Kontrol software, we can just press here to add an effect. I want a delay here. Try this one. And I want some sort of, I don't know, fatter chorus. So we got some Juno 6 chorus here. Well, let's just go deep chorus and see what happens. Okay, sounds pretty good. And now I'm gonna just look up some drums. I think I'm gonna go native instruments. We're gonna go for battery. I think you can load battery here. Yeah, you can. So you can just preview a bunch of kits. Okay, that sounds good. We just need to tighten it up a little bit, but I don't want to like totally quantize it. It's pretty nice. See if we can record some automation. So if this is working as it's supposed to, I should be able to just press auto here. It should enable the write mode inside of Cubase, and I should just be able to record. Okay, so as you can see here, we've managed to record some automation, and it actually shows up on the keyboard itself, which is really nice. Now, Hybrid Keys is one of the NKS2 updated softwares. So as you can see, if we move over to battery, you see it's not updated for NKS2, but I bet that's coming. Okay, we got this nasty kind of saw pad. Let's get that in there. Something like that. I want one last sound. Okay, last sound to layer in here. Okay, so let's see if we can record some automation here. Just turn on automation and see if we can mess it up. Okay, so we just added some harmonic modulation here of the FM8, and I don't know, it sounds kind of interesting. I still feel we need like a big boom, like something, something big here. Let's try this. I'm not entirely sure how it will sound. Oh yeah, this is what we need. Okay, so we've got some actual beats in a Bobeats video. Sit down, relax. It's not time to act, it's time to reflect, time to respect.
Respect those who came before, who knows a bit more. Your elders, your teachers, your mentors.
Just time to reflect. Just time to reflect.
We live in a world that's moving fast, nothing is built to last. We gotta reflect. You gotta respect those who knows a bit more about all the lies and violence. You gotta respect.
Okay, so I've written down some very important points here about the Komplete Kontrol. I'm just kidding. I'm just here to give my first unfiltered opinions about it. Spent a few days with it, had a lot of fun with it. I think that the build quality is excellent. The improved screen is excellent. The knobs is excellent. Overall, like the physical feel of the unit is very, very good. Big improvement over the Mark II. Now, in terms of software, the software isn't 100% yet. It's very early. I'm on beta software. I'm on beta firmware. So, you know, I can't say whether or not it's gonna hold up for every single DAW out there at launch. Can't say exactly what software will be supported. So I guess I want to get across that if you're not dying to buy a new MIDI keyboard, you probably already have a MIDI keyboard. You might have a Kontrol keyboard, a Mark II. Those are still great. You know, if you're not dying to get a new MIDI keyboard, you can always wait, see if the software that you love and use, the DAW that you use, is supported and to what level. But here I also want to say something really important. It's really easy to think of this keyboard as just a physical upgrade, but it's really something more. They've developed a totally new software for it. There's also new hardware inside. There's a new CPU inside of it that takes a lot of the computation that was done on the computer and does it in the keyboard now. So there's just a lot of things under the hood that has changed, but we're not gonna see all of, you know, all the fruits of that until later, because the software is still, you know, they focused on getting it working for the main DAWs that people might use, the basic functionality for that, and they're working on getting Contact 7 to work really well with the keyboard, and then other things will follow. But you know, you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to take Native Instruments' word for it. You can just wait a little while and see how it all develops. Hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you all later.